what have you lost in the UK? David here.
Hello, I'm Kelly.
In this lesson, you'll learn how to describe lost property. The conversation takes place at a hotel,
The speakers are strangers.
so they will use formal English. Okay, let's listen to the conversation.
May I help you?
I've lost my phone. I think I left it in my hotel room when I checked out.
What does it look like?
It's a gold iPhone that has a smaller screen. It also had a phone case.
Can you describe the phone case, please?
It's a black case that has a thin, red stripe down the middle. I remember seeing my phone next to the bed, but I don't remember picking it up.
We found a phone matching that description this morning.
You did? Oh, thank you.
Listen to the conversation one time slowly. May I help you?
I've lost my phone. I think I left it in my hotel room when I checked out.
What does it look like?
It's a gold iPhone that has a smaller screen. It also had a phone case.
Can you describe the phone case, please?
It's a black case that has a thin red stripe down the middle. I remember seeing my phone next to the bed, but I don't remember picking it up.
We found a phone matching that description this morning.
You did? Oh, thank you.
Katrina was lucky to find her phone.
Yeah, she was. She did the right thing when she called the hotel, though.
Yeah, the best thing to do when you have lost something is to check the places that you've been.
Yes, stores, public transport, hotels, anywhere you last saw it. If you're lucky, like Katrina was, somebody will have handed it in. You can also check on the internet.
The internet?
There's a lot of local groups online, especially on Facebook, where people post about things that I have found.
So if you find something, you can post to those groups too.
That's right. If you find something, you should hand it in. If it's in the store, hand it in to the staff. If it's in the street, then the police might be the best place to go.
What are the chances of finding something that you've lost?
Oh, I don't know. There are some very nice and honest people in the UK.
But
But there are also some people that aren't as nice and honest. My best advice is to not lose anything in the first place.
Now, let's take a look at the vocabulary from this lesson. The first word is
To lose.
to be without something due to accident or theft.
To lose. To lose.
Next, we have
Phone.
short for telephone, a device which transmits speech and sounds over a long distance.
Phone. Phone.
Next, we have
Hotel.
a building that provides lodging and meals to travelers.
Hotel. Hotel.
Next, we have
To check.
to look at something carefully and make sure that it is fine. To confirm. To look at something to find out some information.
To check. To check.
Next, we have
Screen.
the external surface of an electronic device that pictures and videos are displayed upon.
Screen. Screen.
Next, we have
To describe.
to give an account of.
To describe. To describe.
Next, we have
Middle.
not the beginning or end, but in between.
Middle. Middle.
And last,
To pick.
to choose or select.
To pick. To pick.
Let's have a closer look at the usage of some of the words and phrases from this lesson. The first word is
Check out.
meaning to complete the procedures to leave a hotel. We have the verb to check, which means to confirm and see if something is fine.
And then the preposition out, which usually means outside.
So the two together mean
Leaving a hotel. It's when we hand our key in at reception, check the minibar tab and sign out.
and when we enter a hotel, it's called
Check in. We can use check in for registering at an airport and getting a boarding pass too.
Can you give us an example using this word?
Sure. For example, you can say, we have to check out before 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Which means we have to leave the hotel before 10 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, what's the next word?
Pick up.
Meaning to take something off the floor or another surface.
First is the verb to pick, which means to choose from a variety of options. Then there is the prepositional adverb up, meaning an elevated position.
So together they mean to lift or take something up.
Yes. If there is something on the floor and you take it, you are picking it up.
Is it always things on the floor?
Actually, no. It can also mean to collect things together. So in this case, the things can be anywhere, on the floor, on your level, or even above you.
Can you give us an example using this word?
Sure. For example, you can say, don't forget to pick up some dinner on the way home.
Which means don't forget to collect some dinner on the way home. Now on to the lesson focus. In this lesson, you'll learn how to describe lost property. If we're describing, then that means we need adjectives, right?
Right. We talked about using adjectives before, both in general and also when describing people.
If we're going to describe lost property, then that means we're going to describe things.
Yes. With people, we said that you should try to be nice and not insulting when you describe them. Saying someone is old or fat might be true, but it's not going to make you many friends.
Words like mature or bigger sound nicer.
Right. But with objects, you don't have to worry about that. You're not going to offend a building if you call it old or dirty.
What if I want to call the building both old and dirty? How do I do that?
There are a few rules when using multiple adjectives to describe things. Firstly, in writing, you separate the adjectives with a comma.
When speaking, there's a little gap after each word, right?
Dirty, old, building. Yes, there is.
I see that you called it a dirty old building instead of an old dirty building.
That's because multiple adjectives should go in an order.
There's an order?
Yes. First are opinion adjectives. So these are words such as nice, pretty, boring. They are what we think about the object.
Right. What's next?
Then it's size, so big, small, things like that. Then shape.
Square, round, triangle.
Then age, followed by colour, followed by nationality.
Nationality? like British, American, French.
Even objects can have nationality. Lastly is material. So that's words like plastic, wood, metal. That's a lot of categories, but we typically only use 3 or 4 adjectives at the most in a sentence. I think that 2 is pretty common.
Can you give us an example of a sentence with multiple adjectives?
I have lost a small, red, round keyring.
So we can use these adjectives to describe items we've lost.
Yes, it makes it easier to tell people exactly what we have lost.
Do you have another example?
Okay, here's one from the dialogue. It's a black case that has a thin, red stripe down the middle.
Thin red. That was size followed by color.
That's right. How about, I like delicious red apples?
Ah, yes. That was opinion followed by color. Okay, that's all for this lesson. Thank you for listening, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
May I help you?
I've lost my phone. I think I left it in my hotel room when I checked out.
What does it look like?
It's a gold iPhone that has a smaller screen. It also had a phone case.
Can you describe the phone case, please?
It's a black case that has a thin, red stripe down the middle. I remember seeing my phone next to the bed, but I don't remember picking it up.
We found a phone matching that description this morning.
You did? Oh, thank you.